Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 78. So first order of business, guys, I really hope that this video doesn't come out on YouTube after the poll ends, but there's currently a poll up that you guys should check out. Hopefully it's not over yet. I might actually do a double drop of Boruto of some previous episodes to catch YouTube back up a little bit closer to Patreon, because Patreon early access is like 2 or 3 episodes ahead right now, I think, which might put this video being released after the poll. So I might do some adjusting. I need to look at dates, but either way, guys, there's a poll up. Check that out. I have a poll video where I talk about it, and then I also have a something in my eye. I should, unless I forget, put a link in the description of this video to the poll. Um, we are replacing Fairy Tail, within the next like 3 or 4 weeks, and I had to run a new poll so you guys can vote. Everybody can vote. You need a Patreon account. It's free to set up, very easy, and you guys can, help me decide what to watch next. So I'm watching stuff that you guys want to see. So make sure you go and do that. Anyways, guys, last episode on Boruto, there's one other order of business, something I missed in the last episode, kind of. I think I talked about it at the very end of my discussion, but I know there's a lot of you that don't stay to the end of the discussion, and it might have been at the very, very end too, I can't remember. But Chocho, I completely missed the fact that they unless I missed something in the episode, they just glanced over her being removed from the stone, right? At the beginning of the episode, she was trapped in stone. And then at the end of the episode, she was casually walking with them, and I did not see a scene in there, even while editing, that was like, oh, we gotta get Chocho out of here. It was just like, I mean, obviously I knew she wasn't gonna die, but it's crazy that they just glanced over that, like I said, unless I missed the scene. But I wanted to mention that real fast. As for the episode, we are moving on past the whole snake bit. I believe, right? I believe they left there. They're walking away at the end of the episode. I feel like we ended on a cliffhanger, but I can't remember what it was, if there was one. But I know, like, they're still, like, Shikadai's still questioning Mitsuki's motives, and they're going after him, and we saw a little bit of Mitsuki and everything, so I'm sure the show will remind me what's going on right at the beginning, so apologies if I forgot anything else, so let's just jump into it before I make myself look more stupid. Alrighty, full length, we are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. TV Tokyo. Haha. Fog again. Okay, they got out of the fog. Okay. I was scared I had the wrong episode. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're addressing it now! Okay. Oh, just don't ask, I guess. Yeah. Alright. I still have no idea if this opening is good or not to watch, so. So I'm not, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna take a sip of water though. Music. I'm very excited, guys. Message to you full lengthers. There's not many of you, but you shall hear this. I'm actually upgrading my computer, which has nothing to do with my reactions. It's not going to change anything about them. All it's going to do is make it so my rendering goes better, but it's going to make my gaming so much better. and I'm also gonna be able to stream better. Right now, my streaming is not good. I lag pretty hard. I've neglected upgrading my CPU in my computer for way too long, but now I'm doing that. Within the next like 4 days, I think I should actually be installing it, and I'm very excited. And I'll be streaming a lot more and such. But effectively, doesn't really change my YouTube channel at all because I'll it doesn't like increase the quality of my YouTube stuff at all. But yeah. Ah, nice. Damn, they really messed him up, I guess. Hmm. Yeah. Interesting. We learned a bit about the Land of Stone stuff last episode. Alright. Adjust sideways a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Which he kind of did, but we don't know the full context. Shikadai's plans. Oh. Inform them of what they know? Hmm. Requesting backup? Yeah. Calm down, Boruto. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. Oh, Shikadai, you're so smart. Alright. Splitting up the team a little bit, but I think it's for the better. They definitely need to inform the village of what they know, and some of them need to keep going ahead, and I like the split. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. He got exploded. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. That was a hidden stone jutsu. I didn't think about that because that dude. I thought about the dude from the Akatsuki, but he was from the hidden stone. Damn. Ah, I forgot about that. Oh damn, a frontal attack. Shit. These could be rogue ninja though. I hope they don't like start some bad shit with a hidden stone, right, and ruin their relationship with them because of these guys who could very well be just rogue ninja from the stone and not working for anybody. My home, what the hell? This guy's weird. Hmm. That's creepy, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of what Mitsuki thinks, right? Alright, they're in the land of Earth. Interesting. Okay, so who are these people? Seems like we're learning more about them. Okay, who is this? Is this the leader? Maybe? Lord Ku. Uh, interesting. So they know it's Orochimaru's experiment. More of these things. Thing. Oh, are those the trackers that they took out? Oh shit, are they just like frozen? Paralyzed? Something? These things are so weird. What? Why are we so focused on this? Oh, what? Why? Huh. Interesting. Akuta. Hmm. Interesting that they're saying that it had like a life, sort of. They were created by Lord Ku. So they're people created by Lord Ku? Maybe that's why they're going after Mitsuki. They're trying to like perfect their creations, maybe, or something? Hmm. Interesting. Fist bump! Oh, I just spit everywhere. My bad. Hmm. It's almost like they're sort of alive. It almost looks like he's going to like mourn its buddy or something. Interesting. I want to talk a little more about that. Sarada. I wonder if we're gonna get a confrontation before they can't go any farther. Oh, are they gonna make it back to the village now? Oh, here I. Uh. Hmm. He did. Interesting seeing this again. Damn. Kinda cool. The animation is definitely updated too, because that shit was so long ago, there's no way it would look this good. Damn. That was cool to see again. Even though it's sad. Yeah. Can't blame Mitsuki for what Orochimaru did. Oh. Interesting. Yep, it was you guys. Oh shit. Interesting, okay. Alright. Okay. Makes sense. I get their position. They obviously, yeah. Hmm. Does she have an idea what's going on, maybe? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. More of the trackers. Oh my god. Well, that guy's gone. They didn't turn him into that, did they? There's another one now. Maybe not. There's a bunch of them. Oh god, it's creepy. Oh shit. Oh my god. They're just taking down so many Hidden Leaf Shinobi. Part of one that was cut during a fight or something. It looks like that's a shattered one. Yeah, you saw that crap back then too. Oh. Oh, not anymore. Hmm. Not quite. Oh. Did they sense Boruto and Sarada? Oh shit. Or is it more leaf trackers that made it? God, that wind. Oh, more leaf trackers. Oh shit. Damn. After that many got taken down, there's still this many going after them? Holy crap. Damn, that close. Oh my god, all of them got taken down too? Oh. Well, they've encountered this guy. And of course the episode ends. Okay. That was a good one though, I liked it. But I'm hiding the outro because Once again, like every other video recently, I have no idea if I can watch the intro or outro for this one, so I'm just not gonna. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I was thinking about what I'm gonna eat tonight. But I keep forgetting that I know what I'm gonna eat tonight. Damn. Forgot that this song, like, kicks off like this. Like it. I like it. Hmm. I can't wait. I really like the visuals that I see in the first scene of the opening, and then the first scene of the outro. Both look really cool. Alrighty, guys, so that is the end of episode 78. That was a good one, guys. I very much enjoyed it. It was kind of a game changer of information that we acquired this episode. It was, not. I mean, we didn't really see any action. We knew of some action that took place, but for the most part, we really just saw dudes getting grabbed and stuff like that, and then we saw the end result of all these Leaf Shinobi, being defeated, which is very interesting because the only problem when it comes to stuff like this is now Boruto. Like, I don't. Granted, I don't know what's gonna happen yet, but Boruto, Sarada, and Shikadai are up against this guy, and a whole bunch of Leaf Jonin, Chunin and Jonin potentially go up against this guy and don't succeed. They all fail. But I like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen. But if Boruto and Sarada and Shikadai manage to take this guy down, I'll just have like a hard time believing it. Just because the Chunin and Jonin should still be better than that at this point, even though they're like protagonists of the story. But um, I sometimes don't like when they amp up an enemy by showing all these like badass ninja getting taken down for these kids to then defeat. But who knows? It might not go that route. There might be something different. There might be, the hidden stone might come in and help, or other Leaf Village shinobi might come in and help, or who knows? There's so many different things that could happen. I'm kind of jumping the gun here, and I can't really talk about this too much, but what I meant by a game changer of information we had this episode was we actually had a lot of like new stuff come to light essentially. Like they hinted at like a boss guy, a bigger plan for Mitsuki, which we could have assumed before, but there's these like weird stone things that I thought were just like a jutsu that almost look like, weird dog things with masks. But they kind of hinted at there being a lot more to them, which kind of leads me to think that there's going to be a lot more to this arc than I thought. And now, don't get me wrong, I know you guys have let me know in the comments that there's a lot of people that don't like this arc because it's long. I'm really liking the arc so far, and I don't mind that it's long. But they just opened up so much more that they could turn this into, by introducing these stone things. It showed a bunch of them by Lord Ku and stuff like that. We have these guys who are with Mitsuki who were apparently created by Lord Ku. They're going after Mitsuki potentially because he was created by Orochimaru, and they want to like perfect themselves, if they're like artificially created, and then they want to, they said they don't have a long lifespan, so my theory automatically jumps to they want to find a way to increase their own lifespan. And maybe Orochimaru's creations survive longer than they do, and that's what they want Mitsuki for. So that is very, very interesting. I'm very curious as to who this Lord Ku is. Is this someone that the Tsuchikage is gonna know? Is she gonna be like, oh, this guy's on the move again, or he broke out, or something along those lines? Or is this gonna be like something completely new under their nose that they had no idea about? I don't think this early in, I mean, granted, we are 78 episodes in, but I don't think it's going to be something where the Tsuchikage is involved, right? I don't get those vibes that she's like plotting against the Leaf Village or something, I definitely think she's relatively in the dark. Maybe she knows a tiny bit more than she told Naruto. Maybe she like knows this Lord Kugai is a threat, but she just didn't put the connection together yet, fully, that he's the one that's behind this. I don't know, but I really hope it's not like a, Land of Earth situation where they're like, the Tsuchikage is involved and this starts another war between the, five great nations or something like that. But I don't think it will. The I feel like the Tsuchikage's play of wanting to investigate it themselves, and then based off the information that they learn, then granting access to the Leaf Shinobi to cross the borders. I completely understand. Obviously, the Leaf Village is who we mainly follow. I want them to get in there and do their thing, but I definitely understand from another, essentially country's point of view that they wouldn't want people moving in on their land unless they know like the full gravity of the situation. So I don't feel any malevolence from her at all. I think she's just doing what she needs to do to run her country the way it needs to be and stuff like that. So um that's definitely fitting. I love Shikadai once again, always. Shikamaru and Shikadai are some of my favorite characters in these two shows, Naruto and Boruto. Mainly because I just love the strategist brain. I love when they're able to think clearly. Like, Boruto's great and all, and he's been better since since the whole tuning exam thing. But he still is like the whole like Mitsuki's innocent. That's all that matters. But Shikadai looks at it from like a neutral perspective. He doesn't have like any stakes on either side. He's like I said, he's being neutral, and that's how I try to look at a lot of things in my life too. And I'm not trying to say that I'm a strategist like that, but I usually try to look at arguments from both sides, even if I'm the one that's like being directly like accused of something or like debating something. I try to look at the other person's point of view too. I try to stay like very like objective, I think would be the right way to say that. Um so there's times where I'll be like, having an argument and I'm like, well, you could be right, and I understand your way of thinking, but in my personal opinion, the way I feel is this, and I try to keep it, very open and stuff like that. And Shikadai kind of does that here, where he's like, Mitsuki could be innocent, but he might not be. We need to tell the village what we're up to. He comes up with these great ideas because he's remaining neutral, whereas Boruto is too emotionally invested to really like think of these plans, even though he's very smart. He was one of the top scoring kids in his class, and he should be able to think of this stuff, but I think he's just too emotionally invested. I'm interested to see how Boruto's brain will work with the new Boruto in an arc that doesn't involve his friend like this, that is so like emotionally tied to the main character, or emotionally tied to Boruto, basically. Um, I look forward to seeing an arc like that. To really see Boruto shine in that regard with his intelligence rather than his just drive to save his friend, which is great, but not entirely what they need here. Um so I guess I don't know. They suck that one the rock things is what I'm going with here with the masks on that are like sort of living kind of. They sucked him into the ground, at least one of the shinobi, and then out popped those things. Now, I don't think they use like the souls of the people. That'd be kind of crazy if that was the case. But I'm wondering what is up with these guys. Why does it seem like they now? Okay, so I have two theories here, right? So these rock things, they kind of treat them like they're alive, right? So I don't know. My first theory is maybe in a sense they are alive. Maybe they're somehow, because we've seen like reanimations, maybe they're somehow able to use like the soul of the dead to create these puppet things that are manipulated to do what they want, you know? And that's why they kind of like act like they're more life than not. But what I'm leaning more towards in my thought process, which I actually just came up with just now, is maybe since those people, the people from the land of Earth that took Mitsuki, they're artificially created. We learned this episode. Maybe they look at other things that are artificially created with new light. You know, maybe they, that thing could just be a jutsu. It could not be like anything crazy. It could just be like in a sense, like a shadow clone kind of thing, where it's just like created and then when it breaks, no big deal. But to them, it is a big deal since they're artificially created. They look at other things that are artificially created as more than just artificial creations, if that makes sense. They're thinking of it more of a life, and he kind of put that one out of its misery and stuff like that. But in order for something to feel misery, it needs to have, emotion and intellect and stuff like that. So, at least some degree of it, so maybe they kind of like somehow relate with these creations a little bit more since they were created themselves. I don't know. It's just a wild thought that I just came up with. I think that's a bit more plausible than that these things are created using like the souls of people, and that's why they kind of treat them or like living things rather than jutsus, But hmm, interesting stuff. I absolutely loved the flashback that we got of Sarutobi. That was very cool. We got it in new animation, I'm pretty sure too, because if I'm not mistaken, that back then was even in like 480p or something. So it had like the thick black bars on the edges, and the video was only like it wasn't like the 1080p like 16:9 ratio, like screen ratio kind of thing. And I definitely don't think it was as good a quality as this, which obviously I don't know why I'm talking so much because it's pretty obvious that they updated the animation for it. But it was just really cool to see that scene again, them bringing it up, them talking about it, with um, Konohamaru, whose grandfather was Sarutobi, and then Mirai, who she's the son. Wait, she's the son. Yeah, she's the daughter of Oh, so disrespectful. I can't remember his name. Asuma, who was also a. Was he a grandson, or was he a son of Sarutobi? I can't remember. He was somehow related to Sarutobi. I can't remember exactly how. I apologize for not remembering that. But either way, that means Mirai is a, relative of Sarutobi. So seeing them talk about that was really cool. I didn't think about that at first, how they're all that connects, but that's really cool them bringing that up and stuff. Yeah. And it was cool because it kind of gave enough information where you're probably a little confused if you never saw Naruto, but you kind of get the picture, right? Like, this Orochimaru guy we've seen a lot. Like, if we're thinking about this as just someone who's seen Boruto, it's kind of a sketchy dude who's creating people and he's being, watched by the Leaf Village. And then we see a flashback of him killing one of the previous Kages. As well, he didn't kill him, but Sarutobi gave his life to prevent Orochimaru from doing jutsu, and they kind of covered it very briefly in this. So it's kind of cool. So if you didn't watch Naruto, you can kind of get the gist of what's going on here, which is neat. I like it. But yeah, very, very cool. I think I pretty much talked about most of the stuff that I wanted to mention here. I guess I closed the episode. I did cover almost everything. I can mention it real fast. I like the mention in the beginning of the episode that Chocho got released from the stone. And I'm curious, I'm sure some of you guys will let me know in the comments because you usually do. I wonder if they forgot a scene in the previous episode, and then in this episode they corrected it by just saying don't think about it, almost talking to us, where they were I'm surprised you're better or whatever. They just barely touched on it this episode, and that Chocho didn't remember and stuff, and they didn't say yeah, we saved you by doing this and that, So I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know. Interesting, but yeah. I think that's really all I have to mention, guys. I liked this episode, regardless of what some people think of this arc. I thought it was a lot of fun, and now it looks like we're getting into some combat stuff potentially, unless something derails that combat. But we're gonna see possibly, these three kids, Boruto, Sarada, and Shikadai, go up against, I can't remember his name, but that one dude who has the big pole things on his arms, which are pretty cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some fighting. I kind of hope that the kids don't win since all the other shinobi failed. But I do hope we see a little bit of a fight at least. So that's my stance on that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think that's it for me for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you did, you can hit that subscribe button. You can also go to patreon.com/Morthadon, or there's a link in the description to support me there if you want to. And you get access to early access or full-length videos if you're interested in that kind of thing. Or if you just want to support me, you can do that too. And I very much appreciate any support, guys. I very, very, very much do. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.